Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juju. Welcome back to Juju's Journey, my channel that focuses on hair and home. Today, we are still in my hair era. I'm about to do a review on this hair that I am wearing. Believe it or not, these are supposed to be boho braids with knots because I don't mess with knotless braids. It's just not for me. My hair gets too frizzy too quickly for me to be in knotless braids. The human hair, it is human hair, and the human hair that I use is from YWigs. I bought that bulk mix of 4 and 30 in the 20 inches, and basically I'm just gonna show you guys how the hair performed throughout the time that I wore it. I've had it in for just about 5 weeks. I'm about to take it out in like 30 minutes. You know you got 30 minutes? I'm about to take it out. My experience was unique. I will give you guys a rating at the very end. My decision as far as if I would suggest it to you or if I would not suggest it to you. I will give you guys all the spec as we go through the video, how much it costs, when I got it. Like, I will go through everything with you guys. So basically, stay tuned. Come along on this journey and see how this hair performed.
This here is from YWigs. I ordered it during their Halloween sale, so it did come with an 18% off coupon. I ordered 2 bundles of the 430 mix color blend of their loose deep wave human bulk braided hair. 20 inches, each bundle was about 100 grams. Shipping was free. I paid about $124.64 because of that coupon. I ordered it on the 29th and it was delivered by the 31st, so that was very quick shipment. The best way that I could think to explain what I'm seeing right now is from my experience of coloring hair. It almost looks like the hair was bleached but not colored. Because like when you lift hair, like some strands will lift more than others. When you do a color deposit, it shouldn't be like that. Like, it's so thick up here and then kind of like thin down there, which is a surprise because based on the videos that I see and stuff like that, that's not really what I would expect to get. Do you guys see this moment right here where the hair frizzes? I was even more panicked when the hair did that because I was literally like, what's happening here? And then I thought to myself, oh yeah, that's typical of curly hair unless it has like product in it, right? I'm hoping for the best, but I don't know. And I'm just showing that this is how it is before I play with my color, because I just feel like, oh, my hair looking like, I just wanted it to be like a solid colors, not looking like the color missed some strands type situation. I did try to deposit temporary hair color on the hair. I used the Adore Sienna Brown and Honey Brown. I applied them in a mixing bowl and then I just applied it to the hair as thoroughly as I can. I had already shampooed the hair before I did this. I applied the color as thoroughly as possible, and I did do this without taking the hair out of the band that it came with because this is loose human hair. If you are going to color the hair, whether you are using permanent hair color or semi-permanent hair color, which honestly, like I said, I don't recommend that. It's pointless. Do not unbind the hair because it's loose hair. If you go try, like, your hair might be flowing down the sink as you trying to rinse it out. Don't do that. So this is the color after rinsing and shampooing, and it's still wet. And then this is the hair in its dried state. As you can see, the section that was bound, it didn't really get as much color, which is oversight on my part. I did try to use my brush to get rid of the filler pieces in the very beginning before I started separating and prepping the hair, and to my surprise, not many filler pieces came out, which I was low-key happy about. So this is the hair sectioned, and about this much came out during the sectioning, which surprised me since when I brushed it, it wasn't much filler pieces coming out. For the back, you guys, I did not add any boho pieces. I only added the curly hair to the end of the braids so that I didn't have a lot of tangling from the hair like rubbing on my clothes or my jacket or, you know, whatever. This is all the hair that came out. I'm realizing now, it's not that this hair doesn't have the typical like flyaways that you get when you cut the weft off the bundle. It's just that they're flyaways where on a bundle, it goes to about right here, those fill pieces. In this hair, they almost stop about like right here. You can kind of tell when you look at the hair because like it's so full up here, but then by you get to the end, it's like almost like a little bit stringy. And that is because they're filler pieces. I can actually feel, I wish I could like show it to you guys to feel. I can actually feel it's like very thick and full to about right here. It's not a terrible issue. I did like the back already, and I probably did like 1/3 of like the first bundle, so it's not that bad, but it's just something to be aware of that they do have filler pieces. It's just a lot longer. So this is how the hair is looking with the boho pieces at this point, and I was getting kind of happy. It was looking like, yes, it was coming together. Some of you may be wondering why I'm combing out the filler pieces. The main reason is so that I was grabbing enough hair for each boho attachment. Before I realized the situation of the filler pieces, the hair was essentially like coming out in my hand as I was trying to braid, or just like falling all over my bathroom floor. So I was like, you know what, let me just get them out from now instead of trying to braid with them and creating a mess for me to then later clean up. I do use traditional braiding to start the hair. 3 strands attached to each leg of my hair. Sometimes I started with my hair on top. Sometimes I forgot and, you know, braided it with my hair on the bottom. I start and I braid about 1/4 of a finger down, and then I add my first piece of human hair. As you guys will see, the human hair does have a little bit of braiding gel, just so that it's easier to install it and it's not like slipping and sliding all over the place because it's grouped together. It's clumped together. I install it in the back of my braid, and then I braid down about 5 times before I then pull the human hair out and then continue braiding, and I just repeat that process 2 or 3 times to add the strands. And then for the end, I braid the human hair down all the way until it covers the synthetic hair. Then I knot it to secure it. I know it's not knotless and I know it is not perfect. The point of this video is to review the actual hair, and that is why I'm not showing you guys in depth how I'm doing this, because I'm literally like playing it by ear. Right now, the front of my hair is smaller than the back, but we don't care. I know this is almost like, for me, it's like a practice. For me to get used to a style, I'm not gonna get it the first time I do it. You gotta keep doing it over and over to get it. So this is essentially like my first time, my first go at it, doing a full head of this specific style. Guys, this is the finished look. This is how the hair looks before I wet it. Looking back now, I really do think I should have just left it like this and not added mousse, water, all this other stuff, but I didn't, and you know, it's too late now. No, you can't make me. Never going back, never going back. They never. So essentially, this is where I think I made the mistake when I added the hot water. Whenever I dipped the hair, it lightened the color that I'd added, which is why I said previously it kind of was pointless for me to add the color, because every time you sprayed down the hair or wet the hair and you dried it, the color deposit came off. So it was no longer that chocolatey brown, and it went back to being like the 430 mix. So then to finish out the hair, after I moussed it and trimmed it, the ends, I diffused the hair to about 85% dry before I left the house. I'm gonna do my best to leave it alone and not manipulate it too much for the next few hours so it can finish drying. You guys, I was in love. At this point, it's fully dried, and when I saw myself in the mirror when I got back home, I had to pull out the camera so I could record because, yes, like, tell me this doesn't look good. I was low-key mad that I didn't have anything else to do for the day because I felt like somebody needed to see my hair. To go to sleep, I simply put all the hair on top of my head and I put on my bonnet over it. And this is how I slept every night. I never braided the hair up, which probably is why after a while it wasn't looking so great. After about a week, I did the first detangling because my hair was starting to look a little bit frizzy and it was getting to be a little bit concerning. I did the detangling by brushing through the human hair, and because I'd used a lot of mousse when I did the initial defining of the curls, I used a mix of leave-in conditioner, water, and a few drops of argan oil during this process of detangling, which I do not recommend. Don't do it. It made the hair clump together. I literally had to do like a shampoo of this hair the next day because by the time I finished running my errands that day after I did the whole detangling process, the hair was like clumping together. And I was literally like, it must be because right now I had leave-in conditioner as well as mousse in the hair and it was just not interacting well.
Anything when you do, they must commend it. I can't come and see myself. So anything when they do, they try to take me to my way. Plenty survive with this. Just to make your money. But my people then go say, I know one bite, I know one die, I know one women, I want enjoy, I want job life.
So when I tell you guys this process that you guys are watching right now of me detangling the hair quickly became annoying. Like, I'm not built for detangling. I could barely detangle my own hair. What made me think I could detangle weave? Like, I was over it in like 2.5 seconds. And right now it's like 8:50. By the time I finished doing everything I was doing and took a shower for the day, it was damn near 10 o'clock. The whole brushing, shingling, wetting, then shingling again. It was just a lot. It was just a lot. And like, I'm not one for high maintenance hairstyles. Like, that's why I'm not wearing my natural hair, because I don't want a high maintenance hairstyle. Should have thought this through. Really should have.
Schemes and packaging in a one night for shows. I'm juggling flow like the ocean. My court, I'm paddling. Shout out, Bella, that's my bro, my family. Frozen trace. When it comes to money, I did concentrate. Because I tell you straight, you are not my.
So guys, I just wanted to pause the video for a minute and just step in and say, at this point, the hair was performing so well, I went ahead and bought more of the hair in different patterns, one as a gift for my stepmother for Christmas, and then one for myself to do another style later on down the road. Let's just say it wasn't a good idea. It wasn't a good idea, as you guys will see.
So 2 weeks in, I was kind of sort of still in love with the hair, except for the fact that it was kind of high maintenance. But, you know, once you did the maintenance, like, it was looking good. As you guys can see, I was not about to go through the same maintenance process as I did the very first time I detangle it. Like, after that very first detangle, basically all I did was run a little bit of water, get the hair a little bit damp, run my fingers through it, and that was good enough. Kind of. Sort of. Not really over time. At this point, my hair needed a little bit of TLC in the front, so my days consisted of adding a little bit of gel, smoothing down with my little edge brush, and that was that. The high maintenance, it just wasn't for me. A half up, half down look was my go-to for that like second week or so.
Guys, this is also another look. I did wand curls with this hair because it was starting to look a little bit rough, and I had a Christmas party that I needed to go to earlier, so I decided to do wand curls. Getting back, I get back a little bit. All right. So it's been kind of had me a little bit worried, but I don't even think the camera is doing this justice because these curls is giving what they needed to give all week, but they failed to do. But I guess I just needed a wand. Okay.
By week 3, I decided to redo the first 2 rows in the front and the middle part because honestly, my natural hair was disrespecting me on top of the Y-wig human hair disrespecting me in public. Like, it's been 3 weeks. Why does it look like this? Why? Why? When I rebraided the front of my hair, I did not add boho pieces, first of all. I only added the curly hair on the ends, but I also washed the entire hair. Looking at it now, you would never know that I sat there, shampooed and conditioned my hair and spent hours trying to, dry it just for it to look like this. And then for it to look like this the next morning, I was so over it. But I have a life and things to do, so I couldn't take it out. Plus, I'd already spent almost $125, so I needed to feel as if I got my money's worth. Don't judge me. I am that girl that feels like I need to sometimes get my money's worth. But it's not applicable to every situation. Sometimes you just gotta take a loss.
We're almost to the point of taking this out, but I'm almost like a little bit upset with myself because I haven't really been recording to show the hot mess that I've been dealing with this hair. Like, it's actually quite ridiculous. It was only good for like 2-3 weeks, y'all. I feel like the moment that I decided to curl it, it went even worse than it was. I should have just never put a hot tool to it because I don't think it can handle hot tool. Like, I wish it could like really show on camera. Like, it's one of those things like you need to see for yourself. Like, to the fact that I literally drenched this hair with water yesterday and put 1, 2, and I don't even know where the other one is, 3 different mousses in the hair, and it still looked like it hasn't been moussed for like 5 days, and I put oil in it. We got about another week left, but y'all, it has been, it's like I've been in a ponytail for the whole week. High, low, medium, side. Like, we've just been wearing ponytails. And like, even this, it's like when I have it like this, yesterday or Saturday, I embarrassed myself, went to the mall with the ponytail like this. Y'all, when I tell you I had like a bird's nest, by the time I got out the car 2 times, like I was Christmas shopping, so I got out the car. Don't mind the fact that I was Christmas shopping. Yes, it's been a long time since I recorded the video versus the time that I put it out. Yes, I was Christmas shopping, and by the 3rd stop of shopping, I was like, let me go ahead and wrap this around and not have it like laying down because it was embarrassing me. Like, it started off so good, y'all.
I was literally beyond over the hair at this point, and I was also wondering what the other girls that I had seen on YouTube and TikTok using this hair did differently than me, because this is not how they looked when advertising this hair and got me to buy it. Like, what did y'all do differently than I did? Because the hair is not given the way it was given online.
I can't even explain to you guys exactly like how much mousse and like oil is in this hair from me trying to keep it together to at least do like a half up, half down look with this hair. But essentially for the last few weeks, I've literally been wearing it in a ponytail that sometimes be looking dry and musty. I mean, dry and crazy, or I wear it in a low ponytail, and that's how I wore it the last 2 weeks of me wearing the hair. I did not get to enjoy the boho-ness of it because it just went left. And like I said, the reason I cannot do knotless is because look at my roots. These braids are literally like 2 weeks old in the front of my hair, and it's already like poofed up. Like, imagine if this was knotless and not braids. not braids. Anyways, so that was it. Thank you guys for watching the video. As far as my rating of the hair, I will definitely rate the hair a 7 out of 10. I kind of want to low-key rate it a 6 out of 10. The only reason why I'm not rating it a 6 out of 10 is simply because I think it's possible that I made some mistakes and possibly ruined the hair with the fact that I did not braid it up or do anything with it when I went to bed. I used the curling curling iron in it, and that just seems to be when it went completely left. What else? Just simple things that I was just like, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I should have just left it and let it perform on its own. But yeah, that's the only reason why I'm giving it a 7 out of 10 versus a 6 out of 10, because I feel like, you know, there were some things that could have been my fault. Would I recommend it to anyone to use? I would recommend it if you are putting in a hairstyle for 2 weeks, 3 weeks or less. After that, don't say Juju's Journey recommended it. After that, I have nothing to do with that. Someone else may have better experience with it, but as far as I saw, after week 3, it was a wrap. It was time to take it out. My laziness is what kept this hair in my head at that point. But yeah, so Braiding, 7 out of 10. Recommend 3 weeks or less wear. That's it. If you need it for long, don't do it. Just don't do it. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by and watching another one of my videos. I sincerely hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.